Hey guys, welcome back to Figure. If you're brand new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Today we're going to take a look at the S.H.Figuarts 2B from NieR Automata, and I believe this is the anime version. But still, I'm very surprised that Square Enix is giving out their license. They seem to be very lenient when it comes to NieR Automata. I really hope one day they can just wake up and let Bandai handle their Final Fantasy character. At this point, it's just ridiculous. I can't justify myself buying the Bring Arts figures. I really wanted the Final Fantasy Cloud that came out, but the amount of accessories and the quality control and just the overall engineering of the figure is just so bad. I just can't bring myself to do it. Anyways, let me know in the comments on what you think. I digress. And here's the left of the box, here's the right of the box, and here's the back of the box. And let's check it out. And here's the figure still in the inner packaging, looking really good. And I love the amount of attention this figure gets. I think the accessories are good enough, and it even got a stand. We really got to show Square Enix that Bandai can do this. So hopefully this thing sells really well. And based on what I've seen, it does sell okay. But yeah, give us Final Fantasy characters. Alright, and here we have the figure itself, and my first impression on this figure is honestly at best mediocre, and that's kind of worrisome for me because I really want this figure to do well. And not necessarily because I want more NieR Automata figure, but I really want Square Enix to one day open up to let S.H.Figuarts do some of their other IPs, specifically just Final Fantasy, right? Everybody here probably have seen the Bring Arts figures. They're just not as good in terms of engineering and stuff. And I'm pretty sure Square Enix are still making money because their IPs is so strong. They just have a strong enough audience that is keeping them in the business. But still, personally, I would love to see S.H.Figuarts put their hands on Final Fantasy VII characters. I'm personally playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth right now, so I'm very biased. But anyways, I digress. Let's just talk about this figure. Personally, I only have 2 problems with it, and the problems are not necessarily the fault of the figure. First of all, because of the skinny design of the character, it's not very fun when it comes to S.H.Figuarts to pose with, and I much prefer this older design. And believe it or not, this Bring Arts is actually one of the better ones. It's really well engineered, and the articulations and all that is pretty good. But yeah, I can't say the same for the recent Bring Arts that I have experienced. But anyways, I digress. Let's just take a close look at the figure here. Same old good jazz. Very, very good looking. Very durable. And I don't have any paint issues. Very, very nice. And yeah, let's check out the articulation. And for the articulation, let's quickly go over it from the neck down. She can look up about this much, look down about this much. You can tilt her head side to side, no problem. And for the shoulder, we have a really nice ball joint over here. Okay, so this is just on a ball. You can raise her arm up about this much only. I don't see any butterfly or pull-out method. Actually, no, there is pull-out method. I'm wrong. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And we do have bicep swivel. And these are not soft material. It's actually kind of pointy. You can bend about this much, and you do get a hinge ball wrist as usual. And for the ab crunch, you can bend forward about this much, which is quite a lot, and bend backwards about this much, which is really nice. We didn't have that for the Bring Arts figure. For the Bring Arts one, you only have one ball joint over there, so it's kind of horrible in terms of the ab crunch. But here we have ball joint here and connect all the way to the bottom. So yeah, that gives you a lot of range and durability. And this is on a softened material, of course. You can kick up about this high, bend about this much, thigh swivel, and side to side pivot for the heel, and no toe hinges. I believe that's it for the articulation. Overall, I think the biggest reason why I don't like this figure out of the box is because just the design, right? It's really, really hard to pose without a stand. She doesn't even stand that well on her own. You have to really balance her. And yeah, oh whoa, I probably shouldn't show that, but okay. And let's check out the accessories. And for the accessories, we're gonna start with the default face, and you can't really go wrong with this. And next up, we have the yelling face, and yeah, can't really go wrong with this either. And next up, we have the unmasked face, and she is absolutely beautiful on this. And I think this will be the biggest reason why I would keep this figure. Very, very beautiful. And then we have the yelling face, which also looks beautiful. And the last face we got is the closing eyes, which looks very, very pretty. And for the rest of the accessories, it is relatively straightforward, so I'm just going to quickly go over them. We have a pair of display open hands and one karate chop for the left hand for her to do a certain pose, and then here is the drone. I think there should be a little bit of articulation in it. There's no articulation, but we do get a stand, which works very, very well. I'm going to try to show you guys during the action posing. Yeah. And then lastly, we have her signature weapon. Here's the katana. Very, very nice. This thing is actually nice and durable. Yeah, very nicely painted and sculpted as well. I believe that's everything, and let's check out some action posing. And for the size comparison, let us start with 2B from different series, and I think I prefer the look and design of the Figuarts version better, but definitely the articulation engineering, S.H.Figuarts is hands down better. But it's slightly bigger than I want it to be, but let me know in the comments on what you think. And next up, we have the good old Dragon Ball S.H.Figuarts, and as you guys can see, I think 2B is slightly bigger than I want it to be. But again, this is based on the Netflix anime style, so it is what it is. And at the time of this specific video, I just learned that Toriyama passed away. So yeah, may he rest in peace, and we'll always remember him. I'll keep buying Dragon Ball figures. And next up, we have my favorite in Naruto S.H.Figuarts. And then we have the One Piece and Chainsaw Man S.H.Figuarts. And I recently got Kaido. It is so big to the point that I don't think my studio can handle this. And then we have some JJK S.H.Figuarts. And then we have some of my favorite Mayfex. And lastly, we have the usual Figmas I have around. And let's jump straight into the final thoughts. Alright, so for the final thoughts, I think this one is very tricky. Because when they first announced this figure, I was very, very hyped. Because Square Enix finally giving their IP to S.H.Figuarts. Like, I really hope they do that for other IPs as well. I keep saying this, but I love Final Fantasy. But yeah, after having this in hand, it feels very mediocre. And I think the biggest reason is that the design on this figure is skinny. And I think in general, when it comes to more skinny figure, it's just not as fun to pose with. At least with S.H.Figuarts. But yeah, let me know in the comments on what you think. If you are a big fan of the anime style, this is still a very good figure to have, and it's also very reasonably priced, and it does come with a fair amount of accessories. But yeah, I really hope this figure does well, but to me, this figure feels like a marketing scheme or like a market research. And I think one of the biggest reasons also that I have so many choices nowadays is really, really hard for me to like put interest on this. And yeah, I think that's it from me. Do let me know in the comments on what you think. Really hope Bandai tries to like just nail down more IPs. But they're making so many stuff nowadays, and I'm pretty sure they have a lot of data on what works, and some line is bound to die, and some lines are just going on forever, right? Just like Dragon Ball. And hopefully, personally, I love Naruto, so yeah, hopefully Naruto keeps going. But anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.